So here I am in the Unity editor, and the very first thing that I want to do before we get started is to explain some assumptions that I am going to make about you. For example, I'm going to assume that you have used Unity before, perhaps that you've built some simple levels and you've used light mapping and you've created terrains, and maybe you've even followed the Introduction to Unity course here at 3D Motive. But I'm going to assume also that you have never used scripting before in Unity, and that is the point that we are going to begin from. So the very first thing that we are going to do is we're going to learn how to do something that all programmers learn how to do very early on in their careers, and that is how to create a Hello World application. This is going to be a very simple script that will print the words Hello World to the screen. So let's get started with that. So I'm going to jump over here to the console panel, and this panel here is very important for anybody creating scripts in Unity. This is the place where the Unity engine displays any diagnostic information. If an error happens in the Unity engine, then it prints the error message here. If we are creating script files and there is a problem with our programming, then the error message is displayed here by the compiler. So this is a place where we can read output from the engine and from our scripts. Right now it's completely empty, our project has no scripts and we haven't any game to run at all, so the console should be empty. There are no errors or problems to report. Now what we are going to do when we create our Hello World application is we are going to print the message Hello World to this console here. This is really useful, a really useful ability to be able to print to the console, because we can type statements in our programs, write messages to the console, and it can help us get an idea of how our scripts are working, as we shall see. So I'm going to create our first script file. Now to do that I'm going to jump over here to the project panel, and in the assets pane here I'm going to right click and the context menu appears, and I'm going to select create and C# script. We see here we have some other options for JavaScript and BooScript and shaders and other things, but let's stick with C# script. They're the script files that we are going to be making. And so I'm going to select C# script, and it creates the script file here in the assets panel. Notice that the script is added as an asset of the project. They are classified as assets just like textures and materials and videos and any other kinds of files. Now I'm going to name this script file Hello World. When you name your script files, try to make sure that the name is reflective of the code they contain. Try to avoid using spaces and also avoid using numbers in the names. So I'm going to call this Hello World and press enter on the keyboard to complete that script here. And over here in the Object Inspector, you can see a preview of our script file. It has auto-generated some code inside that file for us. That is absolutely fine. That is what we want. We're going to be coming into this file and adjusting the code.